everybody, and welcome to the Presstartoplay video review of the new Nintendo 3DS XLs. Yeah, Anthony and I got one. I got the cooler one. Sorry, Anthony.
Well, mine was actually available. So.
Yeah, I know. I'm very lucky. Someone bought it for me. So let's kick it off by talking about the outerness of the XL. Do you have anything to say about yours?
About the outerness?
Yeah, like what do you? I don't know. What's going on the outside? They moved some things.
Yeah,
I have some opinions.
So biggest thing, and honestly, I think the best thing they did was they took the game cartridge from the top and moved it to the bottom side. Now, Christina may disagree with me here, but I accidentally, more than a few times, hit the game cartridge up here while picking up the console and lost my current, location and my current save data. Having it down here is way more inconvenient, which honestly is a plus, because less chance of that mistake happening.
I guess I just haven't had that happen, so that's why I thought it was kind of a weird spot. And I'm also not used to the charge cable being in the middle, but I guess that makes sense. The headphone jack is now on the bottom in the middle, which I guess it was, where was it before, on the side or something?
It was where the cartridge is now.
Yeah, but now it's directly in the middle. Something I really dislike about it, actually, is originally the stylus used to be on the side. Now it's on the bottom, which I find to be really inconvenient, as sometimes I'm in the middle of the game and I used to be able to be like a ninja and swipe it out. Now I gotta be like, oh, let me get it out. And it's down here, and it kind of sticks because it's so new and it's got a groove, so I didn't like that. And the power button I think is weird because it used to be right on here, and now it's on the bottom. I'm totally far away. Now it's on the bottom, which I felt was kind of weird, but I mean the rest of the placement's pretty nice. I like the home button down here and all the buttons.
Yeah, it's still. I'm getting used to the whole ZR, ZL.
Well, you probably used it more than me, right?
Yeah, Smash Brothers. So, I mean, it's a little odd going from R and L inside just a little bit more to ZR, ZL, but I'm sure I'll get used to it when Xenoblade Chronicles comes out and it's required.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not the Smash Brothers person, so that's you.
Yep. So speaking of, one of the biggest additions to the new 3DS XL is the ability to use Amiibo.
Oh, are you going to show our fans?
Well, I'm just going to kind of show.
Okay.
To be clear, it used to take me about 30 seconds to load Smash Brothers. This took me about 10. The loading times are completely different. I mean, just orders of magnitude faster. And I used to have problems where I'd hit home, and after it would go here, the whole screen would go black, and then it would come back.
Really?
Yeah,
just for Smash Brothers?
Just for Smash Brothers, because it uses 100% of the CPU power of the old 3DS.
Oh.
So now that you have one that can actually handle it,
it looks prettier on here.
Oh, absolutely.
Now is Shulk a Amiibo you can use on here?
Every single one of them is.
Woohoo! Show everybody your amazing Shulk, which I hear his Shulk is seriously amazing.
It's kind of a dick, but yeah.
But that means he's amazing.
So the whole way you do it here is you press ZR and it'll give you the little squares like you're used to seeing on the Wii U. I gotta work on my angles here. So I'm gonna take Shulk. You just put him right on the screen, so the NFC reader is literally in the middle of the screen here. And there you go. My level 50 Shulk's been added to the battle.
Nice.
Nice, simple, and then same thing when you're leaving. It'll ask you if you want to tweak your Amiibo or anything, and if there's something to sync, you just hold it on the same spot and sync it back up. So, I mean, so far, only game with Amiibo support on the 3DS, but they didn't have to add anything.
Codename Steam, right?
Cannot wait. Yeah. Codename Steam will use all 4 of the Fire Emblem characters.
Which we have.
Well, 2 are out if you are pre-ordered in the right spot, or if you're at GameStop, you're waiting for your Ike still.
Not me.
Yeah, it's at GameStop.
Which I have.
Sure. And then 2 more are in Wave 4, which is still unannounced for pre-order.
Yeah.
Including Lucina and Robin.
Oh, we'll get them.
Eventually.
We're like the best of the Amiibo hunters.
Yeah.
We're not really hunters. We're just really good at pre-ordering them.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I mean, all in all, it's actually really nice. I feel like this should have been the system Nintendo originally released. They took 4 chances to get here because they had the original 3DS, and they had the XL, and they had the 2DS, and now they made something that actually makes sense. But now everybody has the other one, so not too many people are into it.
And I'll say the biggest thing, beyond the processor, beyond all that other stuff, is the head tracking 3D.
Oh yeah, it's really nice.
I've never could play 3D on my old 3DS because I never sat in the literally the one perfect position to enjoy the 3D.
Mm-hmm.
So now that it can actually track my head and I can sit comfortably while playing, I've played all of my games using 3D, and I finally get to experience the console as I should have years ago.
Yeah, I know. I saw his, he started to replay Ocarina, which I did too, and I also always pop open my Animal Crossing, which Anthony saved the day on that. That's another story, but it looks beautiful, actually, and the 3D, I don't normally play as well, so.
So along those lines with saving her 3DS.
Let's talk about transferring your data from one 3DS to the new 3DS and how stupid it is.
So you're going to do your normal thing. You're going to do the transfer data from this source console to the new one. Now, your old 3DS uses the SD card, where the new 3DS uses a micro SD card. Now, you're going to be tempted. You're going to see the option. I know one of us saw it.
Do the wireless.
Transfer over wireless. Problem is, it doesn't transfer everything.
Keeps all your save data on your first one.
They don't warn you about this during the transfer. However, if you watch Nintendo's video, they always tell you use the transfer by PC method. However, the system doesn't stop you.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure to use the transfer by PC method.
Make sure an adult helps you.
Even if you're the owner of the site, make sure an adult helps you with this.
Oh, and if you do the wireless one and you have an Animal Crossing that's 2 years worth of data, don't have an anxiety attack. People like Anthony can help you. It's there. It is.
It is. Regardless, it's a little bit of a hassle because you used to have a slot right here on the side. Just pop out the SD card, do the transfer by PC, and then pop it back in.
Now you must unscrew.
Now you have these 2 screws, and then you have 2 little divots here. So you need to have a very small, they call it a size 1 Phillips head screwdriver, and then very carefully pop both sides. If you only pop one, you have a chance of breaking the
It's super thin, thinner than you think.
And then right about in the middle here is where your micro SD card will be.
Yep, in the middle. In the middle and the inside of a cover.
I will question the logic of doing it this way, where you need to A, buy your own power cable, then B, buy your own adapter so that you can transfer the content from your own system.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm all for
you
better...
have to buy a Phillips screwdriver if you don't have one.
And a Phillips screwdriver. I'm all for, taking the latest and, properly upgrading your hardware. But they also made it harder for the average consumer to get from 3DS-A to new 3DS-B.
Oh, and if you buy it from GameStop, you do have nice people that if you go ahead and... if you buy a new one, you go home, you have to transfer your data, but then you have to bring the old system back after you've bought the new one and trade it in then, and then they gotta do... It's like this whole process. It's like the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. So an extra trip you don't need.
Yeah. Well, the logic was, you can trade in your system for the extra bonus credit, which I'm not sure if it's expired yet or not, but when the system launched, they were giving an extra $25. Yeah. But Nintendo requires you to have both the source console and the new console in order to get your save data over. Kind of makes it hard to do a proper, trade-in at time of pre-order.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, I think that may be over because it was a pre-order bonus.
Oh, it's fine. It's just a general statement
Yeah.
of trading and stuff. Yeah, so that's our video review. Thank you for watching.
Well, am I supposed to say something?
I don't know. You could have the dog just randomly appear.
Screw you guys, I'm playing 3DS.
Don't you wish you had this? It's so awesome.
Hey, anyone that wants it, fuck you.
It's mine.